Hey up everyone, and welcome back to another video, and I'm just going to run you through how I painted this short fur on top of the terrier's head. I'm just going to focus on the forehead area above eyes and between ears, so it's not going to take too long. And I'm just starting off just blocking some colour in, just getting paper covered up because I'm working on watercolour paper. You don't have to be too tidy at this point, just get some colour blocked in and maybe just add some different tones and shading where you can see it on actual dog. You can see he's got sort of like a darker stripe going up middle, and it fans out when you get to the top of his head. So it goes up to where his ears meet his head at top, and the darker area goes out to them at each side. And then on either side of that it's a lot lighter, and then it gradually goes darker again as it gets close to his ear flaps, which are hanging down, side of his forehead, just above his outside of his eyes. There's not too much hair texture at this stage, but you can see I've just added a few strokes in, and I start coming in with a few dark black hairs, and this just helps to prepare for when I'm going to be doing more of my detail. And just bear in mind the direction that the fur's growing in. If you look at the fur in the reference photo, you'll see it might go straight up in middle, but then once you start getting to either side it starts to fan out towards the side of his heads at each side. So you've just got to make sure that you follow the direction of hair growth as it is in reference photograph. So now you can see I've started on detail. I've just added a minute or so it just at real time, and I'm trying not to speed rest up too much, just enough so that it's not taking too long but you can still see what I'm doing. And I'm using a small cheap detail brush to start adding in some small hairs. Again, just make sure you're following that direction of fur growth properly, and keep the strokes quite short because this is obviously really short smooth fur, so you don't want to be making them long. I started off with a warmed up pale colour using white and a little bit of yellow ochre I think, but you could just do them in white and then put a glaze of at top if you like to work like that. I have done another video where I did a bit of glazing in it, and I'll link to that above if you're interested in watching it. So now I've reached this darker area at top of head, I'm using a slightly darker colour. I've added a little bit more orangey tones to fur that I'm going over this area because it's not as light as the areas that I've been working on up to press. And I'm just using these little air strokes to soften the edges of this darker area because it's not a really sort of abrupt transition between the dark and the light. You've got darker hairs which bleed into light area, and then you've got light hairs that bleed into darker areas, so it's more of a gentle transition between the two colours. And as per usual, all supplies are going to be listed in description, so if you want to know about anything that I'm using you can just have a little look down there and find them all listed. And anyway, this terrier is called Diesel. It lives quite local to me, so I'm able to get the reference photos for this painting myself. And I did the painting last year, so it's been a while since I did this one. I figured that I could use it to do a tutorial on doing short fur because I've done quite a few with like longer fur and black fur and white fur, but not short fur like this with different colours going on in it. And I'm just building up these hairs going to side of head towards ears. I remember when you get closer to ears it does start to go slightly darker. There will be some lighter hairs there, but I'll be mixing some darker hairs into as well when you get close to them ear flaps. So notice the lighter hairs in this section are arranged in really subtle bands which run down the side of the head, almost at a right angle to the direction of the growth of the hair. So the hairs are pointing towards the ear flap, and then the bands are running down the side of the head towards the bottom of ear. They are really subtle, so you don't want to be going overboard on this kind of effect. So now I'm adding some light on top of his head, which is bouncing off from above. You can see it in reference photos like a light pinky band, so I'm just adding this banding across top, and then what I'll do is I'll go along the underside of that and blend it into the darker hair just below it. So now you can see that's been painted in, but it don't quite look right yet because I've not finished that darker triangle of hair on head yet. But a bit later, when I actually finish that off, you'll see how it all comes together in that area. Meanwhile, I'm moving back to the lighter areas that are on either side of that darker triangle, and I'm going to come in with some even lighter hairs, the highlights. And I'm not going to be too heavy with these hairs because they're not too condensed. You can see darker hairs between them, sort of like a speckling effect. And they are slightly more concentrated in the middle of that lighter area. As you can start getting towards edges, I'm just making them a little bit more sparse. And if you're wondering about the brush that I'm using here, it is a rigger brush, and probably a size 0 or something like that. I can't remember now. And when I'm doing little thin hairs like this, what I tend to do with a rigger brush is I just put it in some wet paint so it bristles are flat on palette, and then just wiggle it a little bit so that it makes the bristles go into a flat shape. And then I use one of the corners to actually do the hairs, so I'm only using so many of the actual bristles and not the whole lot. So I'm back at this darker triangle now, and I'm just darkening the colour that I'm using. I've added some more orange tones because the hairs on this don't want to be as light as the ones I've just been painting on them lighter areas. And I'm going to sort of blend these air strokes into the bottom, that highlight that I painted along top a couple of minutes ago. And then it'll start to look a little bit better because that highlight just looked a little bit off until I were able to finish this area. And then as I move out to the sides again, I'm just going to paint in some more lighter hairs, but still not as light as them that were in the middle. These are just going to be a little bit darker, more orangey in tone. And I'm just going to put these in as like an underlay because I'm going to come back in with lighter hairs a little bit later to add over the top. So I'm back with lighter paint, and I'm just going to use this to paint in some more lighter hairs, and I'm just going to start to fizzle them out into the darker areas. So the closer I get to the ears, the less hairs I'm going to put in, because them areas are just gradually getting a little bit less light as you get closer to ear flaps. And then I'm also going to add a few around the edge of that darker triangle at top, just to soften the edges a little bit so it's not as abrupt. And you can just use air strokes in varying concentrations in order to create transitions from one colour or one kind of shade to another. And that's how it tends to work when it comes to fur. It's not just one colour of paint and blending into another colour like you'd do, say, for a sky. Fur works quite differently. You've got different coloured hairs mingled together, and as one colour hair starts to diminish, the other colour hair starts to become more concentrated, and that's how you often get your transition between lighter and darker areas on a colour like this anyway. So this area is coming to completion now, and I hope that you've enjoyed my little tutorial that I've done on it. I'll just give you a little look at the finished painting after this, and then after that I've decided to include a little clip of my dogs having a little bit of fun. I think I'm just going to start adding these to end each video, so have a little look out for these. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!